Imagine waking up tomorrow and realizing that the people getting the best opportunity aren't necessarily the smartest, but they are the ones who started learning the AI before everyone else. AI is changing every industry, and if you are a student, developer, or working professional, this free course could be one of the best valuable things which you could watch this year. And the best part, you don't need coding or mathematics to start right now. Hello dosto, welcome to Developer Forum. My name is Mayank Rai and I am a software developer working as a consultant in Deloitte with over 5.5 years of experience in the IT industry. Along with my job, I've spent countless hours learning and applying AI in my daily work, and through this completely free course, I will teach you AI from beginner to the practical level, and that too with the real examples. You can also connect with me over LinkedIn to follow my professional career journey. So this will be going to be our first course in the AI for beginners course, and this will be the first video in the playlist, which is complete beginner's guide for the AI. So let's start and quickly dive into our computer screen.
Now let's understand the most important question of our course, which is artificial intelligence. We hear the word artificial intelligence almost everywhere. Google Gemini is AI. ChatGPT is AI. Google search is using AI. Even Netflix, Instagram, and YouTube are using AI. But have you ever stopped and thought of yourself what makes something artificial intelligence? Before we actually start understanding the artificial intelligence, let's slightly understand how human brain and artificial intelligence actually works. So let's learn first about human intelligence. Every day we learn from our experiences, makes decision, recognize the faces, and even we understand the languages of the other person. Then when we talk about the artificial intelligence is something which learns from data instead of the experience. And instead of making the decision based out of experience, it predicts the outcomes based on the data from which it is learning right now. And then it recognizes the images in the form of the machine learning algorithms, and it understands the text based on what it provides you the answers. So by now, we are officially on to the artificial intelligence definition, which says that what an artificial intelligence is really all about. So artificial intelligence is the ability of a computer to perform tasks that requires human intelligence. Pretty straight enough, right? But that's not how straight it was coded. Artificial intelligence can perform various tasks which can include understanding language, generating new content, solving problems, or processing images. These are few of the tasks which artificial intelligence can definitely perform, but these are not the limited ones. Let's understand artificial intelligence through a pictorial definition, whatever we have discussed so far with the examples as well. So we already defined the artificial intelligence as an intelligence which requires tasks to be performed based on the human intelligence. So machines can learn, adapt, and understand and decide based on the intelligence as per the human beings. Now let's discuss in detail these four parameters. Learning from experience is the part of the human intelligence, whereas artificial intelligence learns from the data. What does that mean? Is simply human beings requires a certain amount of data to memorize something, to understand something. But artificial intelligence requires large amount of data to understand something or to make decisions based on it. The major incident here is human beings tend to forget some of their incidents of the life after a certain point of time. But AI, since it's a machine, it's a computer, and it is learning from the data, it stores that information permanently or temporarily depending on how it is trained and what configurations AI is working upon right now. But if it is a permanent state working AI, then the data is permanently stored. AI can never forget the data and use it for the future inferences. The next one is human beings understand the language, whereas AI understand the text and speeches. See, the difference here is AI never understands the entire language at once. Instead, it uses the text classification, tokens classification, and other machine learning algorithms that uses the text or the speech context to make it decide what has been said or what is the intent of the user or what the user is trying to achieve through that text conversation or the speech conversation. The difference here is if a US citizen doesn't know a Chinese language, then he needs to study the language first and then only he can be able to understand the Chinese words and jargons. But AI, having said it works on the text classification, does not need to be trained on the entire language first. It just looks at the meaning of that word and align it with the closest token and match the context of it. It just looks at the meaning of the word by matching the pattern. Next is human intelligence has a tendency to solve problems. AI can also solve problems, but by finding patterns in every problem. For example, human beings can only think of a pattern matching if he is doing a particular set of logical operation or a mathematics operation only. But AI, whenever it is doing a particular task, it is only looking for a pattern to solve that particular task. The next and the major distinction is human beings make decisions while AI makes prediction. What it simply means is human beings decision making capability involves all the aspects such as intelligence quotient, emotional quotient, and other quotient, financial and all those questions, right? And AI's decision making stage is based on more of a data, not on the emotional content. So AI is thinking in terms of data, leaving the emotional part aside. For example, if we have to discuss on something ethical decision making, AI can lag behind and a human can win ahead, right? Only when we explicitly define and design AI to think of emotionally, financially, and other stuffs involving into the data part, then only AI will align with our expectations. By default, it is only thinking based on the data, and even if we ask the emotional question to AI, it is still not a human being. Now we have couple of examples where we use AI day to day. Imagine you open YouTube tonight and searched for a Java playlist and you learned Java from 3 videos of a particular channel and you subscribe to that channel and you like those videos as well. The next morning when you wake up, YouTube will start recommending you the videos related to the learning content, the DSA content, Java content, or whatever content you would might be interested into, but it will not give you cricket related shorts or videos into your feed. So here AI has learned from your interests such as watch histories, likes, save playlists, and all the stuffs like that. And based on that, it is recommending you and predicting what is the most likely next video which you will gonna watch over the YouTube. Now let's talk about Netflix recommendation. Imagine you watched 5 action movies over weekends. Now, next time, whenever you log in into the Netflix, it won't show you any comedy or romantic movie. And that's where the AI has already analyzed your viewing preferences. Similarly, if we take another example of Google Maps, let's say if you go to office 6 a.m. every morning, then Google Map will likely recognize that pattern from your app activity and it will start recommending you from the next time if there is any traffic for the particular route. It will suggest a different route to you because there's a traffic or there's an accident. It learns from the different users activities and throw you the real-time data, basically combines the traffic data from thousands of users and give you the fastest route possible at 6 a.m. only. Similarly, there are many more examples on which we could dive upon and you can look upon. Now, let's talk about why AI is growing so fast. So, there are four key reasons to it. Number one is the massive data, which includes billions of images, websites, videos, books, and the conversations. AI uses data. 20 years ago, we don't have much data, but today we uses YouTube videos, do website surfing, do the shopping, so which creates huge amount of data. And this has made AI becoming much smarter now. Second is powerful GPUs, in which we have faster training, parallel processing, and high performance options available in today's world. Training an AI is like teaching a student with billions of examples. If we use normal CPU for this training, it would take extremely long time to train today's modern AI system. That's why we use GPUs to train AIs on billions of parameters, billions of data at simultaneous time and making our AI system even more better. Third is AI models becoming better due to the transformers, LLM, and deep learning. Over the time, researchers have built AI systems more stronger than the older versions. This is possible due to the new inventions in the industry, such as transformers, LLMs, and the deep learning. These extremely powerful concepts have led AI to create such a powerful content faster than the older versions of the AI and to generate responses faster than the older versions of the AI. Fourth is easy public access of tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, or Copilot. There was a time when AI was only available for researchers or large companies, but today, due to these free tools, anybody who is having an internet connection can access AI and generate content, thereby increase the adoption of the AI. Coming to the point, what AI can or what AI cannot do. AI can analyze large amount of data through the pattern identification trends or provide insights into that. And what it cannot do is it cannot act emotionally or based on the consciousness. Second is understanding and generating the text. While AI can definitely summarize your text, summarize your content, generate the output from the text, and much more, but it cannot truly understand the actual meaning of text. It just predicts the meaning based on the data. While AI can definitely write the code, debug the code, and generate the different solutions for it, which are better than the previous ones, but it cannot make ethical decisions. For example, it doesn't know that live environment is not for testing or the production environment is not for testing. So if you don't give prompt to AI, it can run your code into the production environment and that will be a surprise for you and your client. Fourth one is generating the content. While we all know that we can generate images, we can generate videos, we can generate audios, PDFs from the AI, but sometimes AI generate incorrect syntax, incorrect content basically in the videos, audios, and whatever we can generate. This sometimes is referred to as AI hallucination, which we will discuss in the further videos. Next is it automates the repetitive task. While AI can definitely help you in executing the boring manual repetitive task, what it cannot do is it cannot be truly original or creative at the same time. If you ask AI to invent quantum computer, it cannot certainly do so because it works on the data on which it was trained upon. There are certain myths around AI in the market which we should stop believing right now. Myth number one is AI will replace human jobs. AI will automate the jobs. AI will help human beings to achieve the task much more quickly than earlier. Myth number two is AI thinks like human, and we already discussed that it predicts based on the data. Myth number three is more data means more better AI model. While it is not certainly true, if you provide poor data, if you train your AI based on the unstructured data only, poor data only, it could lead to biased or poor results in the query. Myth number 4 is AI can be 100% correct. And we already discussed there's a concept of hallucination in AI where it can make mistakes also. Myth number 5, AI is just magic. But in reality, it's statistics, machine learning algorithms, and probability working together. Myth number 6 is you need to be a coder to understand AI, while the reality is there are many no code or low code tools which you can utilize, but you need to understand the concept of AI. Next one is AI is completely objective, but that's certainly not true because it learns from the human biases and limitations as well and provides you the insights from that data as well. The next myth is very common amongst the youngsters and the newcomers that AI is only about ChatGPT. While it's not certainly true, it's much more than that. It involves many different concepts into it, such as machine learning, natural language processing, deep learning, computer vision, and other stuffs. The next myth is AI understand context like humans. While it's not certainly also true because AI predicts the next likely response using the tokenization concept. And last myth right now, according to me, is people generally say AGI is around the corner. While true AGI has not yet been developed and it is right now very much far from the current AI system. The current AI system is task specific and narrow in nature right now. Having said, just remember AI learns from the data, not emotions. The more useful and relevant data it has, the more accurate and best result it will provide to you.
In the next video, we'll understand the difference between the artificial intelligence, machine learning, generative AI, and deep learning. Most beginners get confused over there, but after watching that video, you will never get confused on that point. Subscribe to my developer forum if you want more such content.